Hi everyone, Marlene here with Buffalo Check Chicks. Welcome to Crafty Wednesday. So I've been talking about these pheasants that I have, and this is one that I've had for years, and I have always wanted to do an arrangement in it, and I've never done it. And you can see by that opening, I don't have a lot of room to work with, and I want this arrangement to be big and bold. So I'm going to start off by stuffing it with some of that foam that I found at the dollar store. And by the way, all these flowers that I have found are from the Dollar Tree. And I was amazed that they have all their fall colors out now. And their florals are beautiful. So I put that one piece of foam in, and I couldn't get it in, so I had to go get a serrated knife and cut it a little smaller, and it's kind of a weird shaped hole there, so I'm having to piece it together and stuff some foam in there. And I finally managed to push it down in there. I need enough in there that I can put my floral arrangement in, because you saw that I have a lot of florals that I want to do. I kind of want this to be a centerpiece. I don't know where I'm going to use it yet, but I may use it on a table somewhere. I might wait till Thanksgiving. Okay, so here's that Spanish moss. Ick! I hate this stuff. It is so messy. But I just want to cover up that floral foam there. You're not going to see the moss, but I just want, look at that, see, it looks nasty, so let's just cover it up with a little of this floral moss. So what a mess. You know, you go to rip a little bit out, and half of it comes out of the bag, and the other part shreds into tiny little pieces all over your counter and also onto the floor. Or is it me? Maybe I'm just a messy crafter. I don't know. So anyways, it didn't take too much moss, and I shoved it down tight in that opening just to cover the foam there. So there we go. And this pheasant is, I bought this at an antique store years ago, and it's a very old piece. I don't know. It doesn't have any anything on the bottom of it to say, you know, where it's from or who made it, but you can't craft without M&Ms. And I love my chocolate, so you gotta have some. It says sharing size, but you know what? I'm not gonna share. They're all mine. Okay, so I got the Spanish moss in. Now I'm only using one piece of greenery, and I found this at Walmart. It was, 99 cents, 98 cents. And I like it because it has the berries on it, and it has a little bit of yellow in it. So I'm going to cut all the stems off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you get 4, 5, what did I got? 6 or 7 pieces. So that's a pretty good deal. So after I get all these cut off, I'm going to start inserting them around the edge. What I want is, I don't want it so much to come up through the center of my floral. I just want to put it on the edge and kind of bend it downwards. And I'm going to go all the way around the edge with this. I don't know what that is. Is it like a, doesn't really look like a boxwood, no, because it has the little berries on it. Almost reminds me of juniper berries, but anyways, I like it. I thought it was pretty, and I like the yellow in it because it did remind me of fall. And the berries, some of them are turning a little bit purple. Now in this pheasant, it has such beautiful colors in it. There's the light browns and tans, a little bit of golden colors, plum colors, green. So all the florals that I have chosen match it so well that I think this floral design is going to come out real pretty. Now, I'm not a florist by any means, and I just do what looks pretty to my eye. So there I go. I've got all that greenery encircled around that opening there. And that also keeps the florals that I put in kind of upright, so they, oh, found one more piece. Can't waste, get it in there. So you can see all these beautiful colors. It has like a hunter's green. I'm talking about the pheasant itself. Just so pretty. Okay, so this looks like, let's see, I can't read the label, and I think it's wheat of some sort. And this is something that they call feathers. And I like the bright orange on that. So I had a really hard time. You'll see in a minute. Okay, what does that say? Grass with feathers. So I'm just kind of measuring it right now to see how tall it is. And as you can see, I shoved it down in there, and that opening is not that deep. It's only a couple inches. So I have my trusty pliers there, and I had to cut it off a couple inches just to fit it in there. And had a hard time shoving it down in there, but there it goes. So that's number one. I don't know how many florals I ended up putting in this. I didn't think it would take me that long to do this project, and I spent almost 20 minutes doing this. So this is that wheat. And that's really pretty too, and sure looks like fall. It has the golden colors in it and kind of matches that greenery, that yellow that's in that greenery that I put in. So I'm having a hard time getting these tags off. Anybody else get frustrated with the Dollar Tree tags? Usually what I do is just rip the top of the floral off and slide that tag right up over the stem and then put the floral back in it. But see, I am really having a tough time cutting the wire on this. It's thick. There's about 5 or 6 wires in there. And I'm pretty strong, but boy, was that tough. So I got it part way through, and then I had to bend it back and forth to get it to break off. Okay, where am I going to put this one? Let's try the other side. So there's that wheatgrass. Trying to get it down in there. Yeah, that was tough getting it down inside of that foam. Then I try to open it up a little bit. I like to start with my edges, as you saw with the greenery. And then I like to put my tall pieces in the center. And then I'm going to work around that. So I have my low pieces at the edge, my tall pieces in the center. Now I'm going to work on filling it in. And I know I'm going to put some more tall pieces in there as well. She has such a pretty little face, this pheasant. There's those M&Ms over there. Those berries are pretty. Very pretty on there. Okay, so I'm looking at all this greenery here, this foliage, and trying to decide what to do next. Okay, so I have some autumn leaves there, and I bought two different kinds. This is the bright orange and yellow. And then I have some that are more of a deeper, oh, what color would you call that? I don't know, kind of a bronzy, reddish color. Okay, so I'm cutting all the leaves off, and then I'm going to place them around the edge. Just filling it in and just trying to add some color to it now. I use a lot of these leaves during fall when I decorate my house. In fact, I need to go back right now to the Dollar Tree and buy as much as I can of the leaves, because I don't know about your Dollar Tree, but when they get the fall foliage at my Dollar Tree, it just goes so quickly. So I need to make another trip and get a lot of it. Trying to uncurl the leaves, you know, when you get them and they've been stuck in a bin for weeks and weeks. You get the leaves and they're kind of curled up, so I'm just trying to uncurl them. Sometimes they're curled so much you just can't use them, but these were pretty good actually. Just going around the outside still. Pulling it down. There you can have a peek. Starting to grow. And I'm so surprised how huge, with such a tiny little opening, how huge this floral design turned out to be. Okay, here's some more of that wheat grass. Now I got to try to cut that again. I think I need new pliers. My pliers are extremely dull. So there I go, trying to bend it back and forth, trying to break those wires in there so I can cut off about 2 inches. Finally have to take my hand and just break it apart. Okay, where am I going to put this? So this has some more of that pretty orange and yellow leaves on it with that wheat grass. Starting to fill in now. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty. Now I'm looking over there at those flowers going, okay, what's next? Spread them apart a little bit so they don't look like they're all clumped. Oh, this is really pretty. I hadn't seen this. I don't know what it is. I should go back and look at the tag for you, but it's like a kind of like a purple color, and so pretty in it. In the pheasant itself, I have some of the purple running through it, so I thought this would be real pretty in there. So again, I'm just cutting it apart and adding a little here, a little there, wherever I think that it will look the best. To my eye, anyways. It's funny, I always wondered if you gave everybody the exact same centerpiece and a bunch of florals and had 3 or 4 people say go and have them all design something, I wonder how different everything would look. Everybody, see the purple in the pheasant? Everybody looks at things differently. That's what makes the world go around, right? So I really like that purple in there. Really brings out the color in the pheasant. I use my pheasants at Thanksgiving time too. Place them on the table and around the house. And then I have well, they're bird dogs. I have a lot of I have a dog collection, and I put the pheasants and the dogs out together, and they really, I know it sounds odd, especially at Thanksgiving. I have my traditional pumpkins and turkeys as well. But the dogs and the pheasants together, they really look pretty. And that pheasant have a pretty face. And she's old. You know, you can tell by the glass the weight of things sometimes. If you pick something up and it's much heavier, you can tell that it's older. Okay, this just looks like some wheat grass with the feathers in it. Has a lot of the straw colors, and I like that too. Need a little bit of brightness in there, I think. I'm going, where am I going to put that? Let's put it here. You notice how I leave all the tall things in the center and then work around it, the edges. Starting to be pretty. I was amazed, you know, that opening here. It was probably about 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches wide. And for me to get all those florals in there, my goodness. And at the end, I was really having to shove them down in there. Those berries really look pretty in there. Okay, so I think I have another one of those in there too. I'm trying to trim off the the stem. That is really tough to do. I need something better than what I'm using. Okay, there I go. Let's shove that up here. Open it up a little bit. Look how full it's becoming. And that's what I wanted. Wanted something really full. I'll probably use it. Oh, look at that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you, at the very end, I decided that I wanted a little bit of shine. And I had some of the bright orange grass. You see it at Halloween time. And I put that in there. But look at her. Isn't she pretty? I can't believe all of those florals went into that little tiny opening. I'm really pleased how she came out. I think it looks great. So I'll probably place it on a table with maybe a candle on either side. I think she's beautiful. What do you think? Look at all those fall colors. You guys have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.